Bookish Lozzykins here. How are you all? Hope you're all doing well. I read 6 books in October and welcome to my October wrap-up, my current reads, and my sort of November TBR. I might read more than what I see. I read 2 mysteries, a thriller, a horror, a domestic fiction, and a coming of age. 2 2-stars, 2 4-stars, 1 5-star, and 1 3-star as well. Why did I do that? I don't know. Book I want to talk about is Clouds of Witness, which I gave that a 2-star. It's about this guy. It's like Sherlock Holmes, only it's like older. I understood it better than the first one, but like I just was not intrigued. Like it wasn't really my type of thing to read, to be honest. I just kind of hated it, and yeah, it was not for me. That's all I could say about it. It was a mystery, and just like, no. It was a no. Book I want to talk about is The Last Mile, which is an Amos Dekker book. It was about this guy called Amos Dekker. He used to be in the police force, and he joined the FBI, and he tried to like help them with this certain case because it reminded him of his case with his family. So he wanted to help this guy that had been put into prison, and he didn't actually kill his parents or anything like that. I didn't get to finish it, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 star because I just loved it so much, and I want to borrow it again. It was reserved for someone else, so I couldn't exactly finish that one. And that was an audiobook, was that one. I did really well. Which was a 5-star. A 5-star for me. I completely and utterly loved this. Pet Sematary by Stephen King. It's on my boyfriend's. I completely loved this. I love Stephen King's writing. I love how he writes characters and how he just writes in the general horror genre. I just completely and utterly loved Pet Sematary, and I wanted more. Like, it was so suitable for October, but I think I should have read it like nearer Halloween instead of prime mystery thriller. And I just completely loved this. It was about this family. They moved to this new house to start a new life. There was the mother, Rachel, the dad, Lewis, the daughter, Ellie, Eileen, and the little boy, Gage. Something is really weird about the forest that is behind the house, and they don't find out except from the dad. The dad, like Lewis, finds out what's wrong with this forest due to the cat gets resurrected. The family cat gets resurrected. He comes back and he's not himself whatsoever. And the neighbor, Judd, he regrets showing Lewis the Pet Sematary. He regrets it because he does something with the son, and Judd really regrets it because the son does something. Gage does something, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't really want to spoil it so much for you guys. It is a really good book. I really enjoyed the remake movie. I've never watched the old one. Apparently the original is shit compared to the remake. I will get around to watching the old one, the original at some point, but I just completely loved the entirety of the book better. I got chills. And I gave it a 5 out of 5. I just completely loved this. I completely loved Pet Sematary. Next book, audiobook that I listened to. I loved this. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Was The Color Purple. Now, let me just tell you something. My mum has been telling me to either read the book or watch the film of The Color Purple. She has been begging me a lot of the time, and when I put up on Facebook that I was reading it, she was like, oh my god, you're reading my favorite book ever. She completely loves the book. It's about these two sisters that are separated when they're younger and what they go through and everything. It is such a heartfelt story. There are trigger warnings, like there's domestic abuse, there is sexual abuse in this. So just to clarify that, like if you're not into the domestic abuse or sexual abuse stories, then I would not recommend this to you because it is quite triggering. I'm not gonna lie, oh my god, the beginning made me cry. Like the first five minutes. Like I was only in 5 minutes and I cried 3 times. It's so emotional. Like, oh, they go through so much shit together, like as kids, and then when they're like separated, they go through some more shit. They're forced into shit, and I am not spoiling anymore. Just go read it, guys. I highly recommend it because it's so moving. The third physical book that I read was Unnatural Death by Dorothy L. Sayers, and I'm just gonna say this loud and clear. I only read this series for my book club. I didn't read it in time, unfortunately, because I was reading Clouds of Witness at the same time as Pet Sematary, and I found it harder to try and read as much. I didn't end up reading it in time for the book meeting. Like the 4th one and the 5th one are still sitting on my shelf, not read, so yeah, that's just a big no-no. I gave this a 2 out of 5. Again, I gave this a 2 star. It's another mystery. I just did not enjoy it. I would never in a billion years pick this sort of shit up. It's like 100 years old. So old is the series. Yeah, I do like my mysteries, but like the way she writes them, I don't really enjoy it that much, and it's just it's just a no for me. The third audiobook and the last book that I read in October was An Idiot in Love. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because the majority of it wasn't my cup of tea. It was just basically about this guy who didn't know a thing about being in love or anything like that, and like he ends up meeting this girl at a caravan site that he goes to as a child, and he ends up falling in love with her, and then like they don't see each other for ages. He tries to get a girlfriend at school, he fucking fails. He fucking throws up in a girl's mouth the first time he kisses someone, and he literally is a fucking idiot. And he doesn't understand how to please a girl except from this girl Lizzie that he met at the caravan site. I was gonna give this a 2, but the thing that got me was the ending. I loved the ending to this. I loved what happened, and I just generally enjoyed the ending because I was just dying of cuteness at the end. The majority of it was not my cup of tea because it was just like these group of guys. The guys were like trying to fucking get a girlfriend. Like, as he grew up, the group of guys that he hung out with, they were trying to get him a girlfriend, trying to get him to snog someone, trying to get him to get a girl in bed with him, trying to get, like, obviously trying to get him laid and everything, and trying to get him fucked by a girl. And, like, they all grow apart. When he goes into the work world, he grows apart from everyone except from his best friend, Max. Max was an asshole to you. Why? Max is just an asshole, like, seriously. Like, they're all just a bunch of assholes towards Kieran, which is the main guy. And they try and force him to do shit that they do. And it's just like, he's so sweet and he's so innocent. Just let him take his time and let him fucking please a girl the way he wants. Don't just try and force it onto him. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. That's what I thought about that. My current reads. You all know that I was reading The Watchmen. Well, I finished it. So this is going to be my November wrap-up. I'm going to finish listening to the diary. I have like 6 hours and something left of it. And then, like, I'm going to start reading The Island afterwards. There are 3 more books on that TBR, which is After by Anna Todd, It by Stephen King, and Mr. by E.L. James. I don't know what I'm going to read after that. If I read more, then lucky me. I will probably end up reading more than that. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you made it this far in the video, comment below the emoji with the glasses. With the like the nerdy glasses on. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Stay delicious, guys. Bye.